What is going on, Mullen fans? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to give you a very quick update as far as what is happening with Mullen and potentially, given the circumstances, where things might be going from here. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So Mullen did close roughly about 4.5% down today. After hours, down another 2.6%. But as you can tell, stochastic is currently at 8, which is very oversold, and momentum number of retail investors were getting in. So in my opinion, what did happen during power hour was a rush of value investors getting in, because of course, Mullen going down to 13 cents is absolutely crazy. So I think right now, a lot of Mullen investors, unfortunately, are having a hard time distinguishing between a Mullen problem and a broad market problem. Because yes, right now Mullen does have some specific risks, one of which, and the biggest one, is dilution. Because of course, them needing money and being forced to dilute at this price, or these prices are around 15 cents, is not ideal by any means. But unfortunately, that is what is encumbering in a pre-production, pre-rev company. And I think some people just can't distinguish between the difference of that. And I just want to put that in perspective. So as you can see right here, here is a 6-month chart comparing Tesla, Mullen, and Lucid. And I know some of you might be saying, well, look at Tesla, look at Mullen, like how are you guys comparing the two? Well, look, for instance, in October, Mullen actually did outperform, for instance, even Tesla. Mullen was up almost about 8%, Tesla down 26%. At the end right now, though, because of the downtrend of what's happening with Mullen, Mullen is down roughly about 56% over the last 6 months, Tesla down 35%, and Lucid down 45%. So yes, it's roughly still underperforming the other big EV companies, but still at the end of the day, Mullen is a very small market cap in comparison. So Mullen is a 247 million market cap company versus Tesla and Lucid. Like, that's absolutely insane. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day. This is why on a lot of my videos, I like to bring up the optimistic stances because in general, I think a lot of people are very negative on Mullen when they don't need to be as much as they are. But of course, that's just my own interpretation. When it comes down to it, I'll give you a quick update on shorts. So short score is currently 71, utilization is at 100%, and currently right now, shorts did increase 3.4 million shares. Cost of borrow is going up a little bit, around 14%, give or take, and 11.2% is the percentage of the free float. And keep in mind, this is also part of the bigger problem. Shorts know how to kill momentum. This is why at the very beginning of every trading day, you see a massive sell-off, and that is shorts. Plain and simple. As you can tell right here, the borrowed shares, look at this. First thing, just massive spike, and that is shorts, doubling down first thing. And that is roughly, just in that time period, roughly around 7.4 million shares, just at the very beginning of the trading day, because they want to kill momentum. Of course, that's exactly the name of the game when it comes down to them. But like I said, some people might not necessarily like Mullen for whatever reason, or David potentially, but when it comes down to myself, I like the actual vehicle and the products as well that come with both Bollinger and Mullen. So that's why I'm investing in Mullen. I know some people don't necessarily like it, but once again, this is how you make some substantial amount of money, when there is a lot of blood in the market, when everyone is crying and very fearful. And based on some of my comments, I think we are getting very, very close to that. But of course, I could be very much wrong. There is a lot of broader fears that is happening, because today PPI and also retail sales did come out. Retail sales were a little bit lower than forecast. And also there is Credit Suisse having a little bit more of a banking concern on the European front now. So it's now happening in the States and now with Credit Suisse. So definitely something to potentially watch for. And as far as news, there's nothing really substantial that is coming out. I do have also 7-day free trial to Seeking Alpha Premium. So link is in the description below. Make sure you guys pop over there and take a look at that. But as far as options, once again, another very big day for a lot of call options, insinuating behind the scenes, shorts are most likely hedging with options and covered calls. So just be aware of that. And as you can tell, they're all very much long long-term ones as well. So just be aware that is happening behind the scenes. This is part of shorts game, and they're very good at it, unfortunately. Though we are kind of going up against a David versus Goliath kind of scenario. Dark pool, there was no transaction today over $100,000. Secondary market, which normally there is quite a lot of big buying that is happening. And as you can tell, based on the bid and the ask, all of these are buys. So once again, some of you might be saying that potentially things are going down, but this most likely is a big institution that did buy. So of course, like I said, part of the whole value rally during the power hour was big institutions buying. So again, that might mean something to you guys, might not mean anything. I like to follow what big money is doing, especially on spec plays such as Mullen. But like I said, and I've said in the past, currently it is trading between the S2 and the S3 as far as the fib levels. So 14 cents or around 15 cents, exactly where it did close. That is a very big pivot point that you need to watch for. Both right below it and above it. So potentially once we're below it, it turns to resistance and vice versa if we're above it. But like I said, because of stochastic very much oversold, potentially I do see a very good value rally. And given the circumstances, if there is another sell off to around 13 cents, even though it might not necessarily be the bottom per se, I actually might add to my position, because like I said, behind the scenes, if there is no impending massive recession, then this would be a good time to add to your position, especially long term as well. Like I said, Mullen has some risks. I'm not here to say there is a risk-free investment. Dilution is definitely a very big concern. A lot of people are very much bringing up the whole reverse split, and I actually don't get that mentality, because reverse split does not change fundamentally everything or anything at all, because the market cap stays the same. It makes absolutely no sense. Historically though, after a reverse split, typically it goes down roughly about 15%, but that's because of just the negative sentiment. But at the end of the day, it almost went down 15% just today, or even yesterday alone. So in general, for people to be very fearful about a reverse split is just not necessarily the right mentality. Individuals like myself that absolutely do love options, then yes, if they do a reverse split, I'm actually kind of for that. I'll be making a lot more money off of Mullen based on doing covered calls, because I'm very good at technical analysis and giving a good projection of potentially where things might be going. And by doing so, you can make a lot of good money with options. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys do your own due diligence. At the end of the day, like I said, just to put it in perspective, Mullen isn't doing that bad in the grand scheme of things. But like I said, what do I know? If you haven't already hit that thumbs up and subscribe, I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, even though Mullen is selling off, take advantage of this amazing promo. It is only up until March the 31st. Just by signing up, you get one free stock. So even among itself, just do that, and that is kind of free stuff, right? So each stock is valued up to $2,000 as well. So definitely take advantage of that. Link in the description below, and also I'll put it in the comments. So make sure you guys just open up an account, get one free stock. If you want to throw $100 at it as well, you get additional 4 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000. And then because of the whole chat AI movement, what they're doing, you do get 2 additional free stocks, so AI and also BBAI. So just for $100, you get 7 free stocks. No brainer. But once again, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, like I said. And with all that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Mullen.